Hey, it's Fablecraft Friday. My name is David from Riftweaver.
And I'm Jacqueline, and I'm on the design team.
Hi, and we've got a couple of fun things that we're going to get into. One really big fun thing that Jacqueline will take us through. But before that, I just wanted to remind folks that our soundtrack is live on all major streaming services. So if you want to listen to it on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, go give it a listen. It's got all the wonderful music from the base game soundtrack that you can now listen while you're working and bring a little bit of Mythos to your day. And yeah, let's shift over to Jacqueline. Jacqueline, why don't you tell folks a little bit about kind of what you do as a designer at Riftweaver?
Yeah, so it's been really fun working as a designer here because a lot of what I'm working on is new features that we're adding into the game. So previously, before the project I'm about to show, I worked on when we added pings into the game and emotes. So figuring out the UX UI of where that could fit into our game structure and ideating like fun ways for players to just experience the Fablecraft world. So it's a lot of collaboration with other designers and also the engineers to make a really smooth, fun, pleasant experience for everyone.
Yeah, awesome. And then I think like one of the things that people who don't work here may not understand is that like as a designer, you're not just like making the game look gorgeous, which it does. It looks amazing. You're also in charge of thinking about all the edge cases, like all the potential things
Mm-hmm.
where players might get confused, and also
Mm-hmm.
thinking about like you do so much research and understanding like what is out there, what is good out there, and even what can be improved upon in sort of like the best case scenario.
Yeah, totally. And just making sure that the UX is super smooth and like our goal is to make this game super easy to use and just pick up and play. So enhancing any design to have that feeling.
Awesome. And now we're going to get into something that you've been working on for a long time now, and it's been
Mm-hmm.
a highly requested feature since the launch of early access. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to shift us over to Figma. So now we're viewing some new work that you've been doing for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you get into it?
Yeah, so what I'm going to walk through is a find campaign feature that's going to live in the campaign scene. So from the main navigation, now you can go to the campaign scene and you'll see a familiar setup of all of these campaign cards of campaigns you're currently a part of or perhaps hosting as a GM. But
Mm-hmm.
you'll also be able to find games that other people are publicly posting.
Yep.
Um, and you'll be able to sort through and see just like a little tidbit about each of these campaigns. You'll be able to see if a GM left a note about a specific element that they're excited about, and you'll be able to explore more details. You can apply to join. You can also filter some criteria from like what time zone are people playing in, when's the start date, start time, days of the week, length of the session, and are there seats available. So it's really a fun way to just be able to log into the game and start playing right away.
And I love
Speaking of
that
start playing, we love
the
start playing.
yeah, I was gonna say, and the find button is just like so convenient, right? Like it's one of the first things you can see as soon as you come to the campaign viewer. And you've got so many nice little details too that you've added even to the existing campaign cards.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so you'll be able to see when the session starts and the estimated length. You'll be able to see how many seats are filled, just cleaning up some of the UI elements. And I think it should be really fun. And we're excited to get this out there to see how people feel about it. And we could always iterate and make it even better. You'll also see that the create campaign flow has moved to the third tab, and that will jump you into an updated uh, flow for filling out things like title, summary. You can pick a scene from our handy tray. You can select friends that may already be existing, or toggle on public so that you can allow more public seats to join the campaign. So if you're picking people you know, and if it's open to the public, you could list it. You could add more details that are going to be helpful for even private campaigns. Just saying time zone, start date, start time, length of session, and then you'll be able to view it and host it from there. There's also going to be a bunch of handy notifications in our updated global navigation. So you'll be able to, if you're a GM, review requests that came in for the seat, and you can approve and add players from there. You'll also get notifications for when a campaign is starting soon, and there's going to be I don't have it in this prototype, but I have a really nice way to see at a larger scale, like when your upcoming campaigns are about to start. So that should be really fun, and we hope it makes it really nice and easy for people to jump in and play and meet new people and be a fun time.
I love it. And I think especially how it's going to be improvements not just for folks looking for new games to host and new games to join, but also for folks who are already playing games with their friends, that they'll be able to get notifications. They'll be able to now control what their sort of like campaign image is. Before, that was always updating based on the last thing you saw. But we wanted to add some flexibility there so that you can like really lean into a specific vibe for your campaign. So if it's like a spooky thing, or if it's like a fun celebratory thing, and then you can always update it too.
Totally. Yeah, I think that's going to be really a nice way to have the muscle memory of going back to what campaign you were playing.
And then for me personally, I think the thing that I'm maybe most excited about is just the way you updated the ability to add people and remove people from the campaign. Like, I've got a lot of friends in Fablecraft, not trying to brag or anything, but like that the idea that I'll be able to very quickly be like, oh, I see who's online, and then I can invite them to my campaign, and basically use the same UI that already exists for the friends menu, which is wonderful.
Exactly. I think it's going to be super fun and convenient and easy. So that's good.
So what do you think, like, overall, what was like the toughest potential design challenge for this feature?
I think for this feature, there's a lot of interesting challenges. I think conveying a lot of information on just one card was tricky too, like conveying all the scheduling details, but then also the ability to make it feel very, let me have a frame up, just like a human approach, and like just make it a fun, customizable card, but then also conveying a lot of details like scheduling and seats filled and details about the campaign. So parsing all of that information into one graphic element.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
I mean, it for what it's worth, like, it looks so gorgeous, and I think that it's super readable too. Like, a lot of information, but your eyes know exactly where to go. A lot easier said than done, so it looks great. And then, because this will be the first version of the feature, like, what would you say, like, in terms of like feedback you're looking from the community?
Oh, that's a great question. I think just seeing how people are experiencing like the flow of entering a public campaign, and if there's any pain points, like we're trying to mitigate any flaking of seats or GMs, and through the notification system that we're building, we're hoping it's going to make it just easy to remember when you have it, so there's no accidental flaking. I think one thing I'm personally excited for is when we hopefully add in tagging of campaign details, so that when you're filtering campaigns, you could really find a campaign that's really up your alley. So if you're not necessarily like a combat or tactics type of player, maybe you're more of a narrative type of TTRPG player, you can find what you're looking for and like-minded folks that are joining those sort of campaigns or making them. So I'm excited for a robust like filtering and tagging feature in the V2 and beyond.
Awesome. Yeah, and I mean, I think obviously that's always one of the biggest challenges of TTRPGs is making sure everyone can make it to the table on the day that you've scheduled the game. So yeah, I'm very excited for this feature, Jacqueline. I think people are gonna love it.
I hope so too. And yeah, we're excited to see feedback we get, and especially in Discord as well has been such a great place to get feedback and ideas and things like that.
All right, well, so that's our big update for this week's Fablecraft Friday. These video updates, by the way, might be moving to more of a fortnightly cadence. We're going to still try and do them weekly. We've got a lot of exciting things happening right around the corner, including matchmaking. So lots to talk about. But until then, happy Fablecraft Friday.
Yeah, happy Fablecraft Friday.
Bye.
Bye.